Hello everyone, welcome to Cornflower Crafts. Today I thought we would get together and work on the card that goes with the giveaway. Remember, it's fruit themed, so I have some fruit themed goodies. And this comes from my card base. I had mentioned this in a previous video, but evidently I had used several, 3 of the envelopes that came with these. I got these at Hobby Lobby. And of course, it's kind of thin, but if you had 4 of them, I would glue 2 together and the other 2 together, and then punch maybe 1, 2, 3 holes in here. Do the smallest ring bindings, and you can do a journal cover with them too. But I was looking at them one day and I was like, well, I don't want to use them like I used the other ones, because I did use the other ones for Christmas cards this year that I did in July. First time I've ever done Christmas in July. But anyway, so I was looking at them and I was like, well, I'm just going to fold it in half and make a cute little card to go with gifts or giveaways or challenges or what have you. And what I did was, this paper, I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100% because I pulled it from the paper pad. I think this is from the Paper Studio put out, is it Coquette? Something like that. And I think that's what this is coming from. Just little cherries tied in bows at the top, which I think is precious. And so what I did, I don't have, you can get nesting dies that have the scallops around them, but I don't have that. But I do have a Fisker's punch. I've had this for so many years, y'all. I have no idea where it came from, but I used this, and you can tell I don't know how to do my corners. This one came out, I'll accept that one is okay. But this one, no, that didn't. So I thought this would go here, and I did get, some people got this at Ollie's for $1. I got this at Walmart when it was on clearance, so I think it was like $1.99 or something, where you do get some ephemera and you do get some puffy stickers too. Isn't it darling? Like I said, I did see one person do a Ollie's haul where they got it for $1. I love the colors. It's pink and red and this almost turquoisey blue, which I think is really nice together. The reason Walmart had it on clearance is because 1 or 2 signs say Happy Spring, But anyway, I've had that for a couple of months, I guess, I reckon. So with that white background, part of me thinks, should I bring out the blue? Which my first thought is it the broken china, but it might be, what did I find up here? It might be Salty Ocean, y'all. Well, which one is it? Let's see here, guys. Let me get these out, my little daubers, and see. I'm pretty sure this one is or is it that one? Yeah. Well, it looks like that to me, doesn't it? I think this is the broken china, yeah. Let's do that on just a scrap to make sure we've got the color we want before we put it on that white. Do I have a scrap of white? Yes, I do. Normally I don't. I use them. Okay. And then the salty ocean then would be this one. It's a little darker. So I guess we do the broken china, don't we? Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure, because when I was working with the stuff to put in the giveaway, I picked up the salty ocean for blueberries. So, okay. Just want to make sure we've got the right one. Okay. Alrighty. So I'm going to go over it. In fact, I might even try to make it a little less. Yeah, see how you can do like so it'll be nice and light. Or as light as light as you want it to be. So how are you all doing? Good, I hope. I did not do a perfect job of closing it. You know, y'all know, if you've been here a while, y'all know I like to do things a certain way, but I had already creased it, so uh-oh. Are you all working on something? I know a lot of people are already going to Halloween. And if you, no? Oh, hoot. I got a little bit of pink on there. Well, must have been on my mat. I no longer do. I used to do Halloween a lot. Halloween was so special to me for most of my life because, excuse me, it was just so much fun to see the children and hand out candy. And especially if we had, you know, sometimes we could just hand out a little something, just depending on money. But sometimes we were able to make those little bags, you know what I mean, and put all sorts of goodies in there. And they would get so excited, but through the years, and I don't blame them, parents, if they don't know you and everything, we went from having tons of kids to just a few. And I get it. It makes perfect sense. You know, the way the world is today, I understand. But it took something from it, you know, for me personally. So, yeah, we still have the white there. We've got that little blue. Look at that. How much darker it is around the edges. If that's showing up, what I'm doing over here. I'll put that over there for now. Put that up later. And I have to cover these up because I don't like how they turned out. And I thought what I would do is I got this little punch, oh boy, at Tuesday morning about 6 years ago, if not longer. And it's just a bow. And Tuesday morning, and I have another one that's smaller than this, y'all. This is 0.625 inches. I have one smaller than this that I got from Tuesday morning as well. Those I've held on to through the years because I used bows way before they were popular. I love bows. So, I thought I've already done one. Thought we'd do another one together. Cover that up. Do you know what I mean? Let's just say bye to that. You know? Okay. So let's get this on here. And I think I will put this on with art glitter. Well, do I? No, maybe Fabri-Tac. Let's do that. And if you use Fabri-Tac a lot, if you get right, you know, like usually if you're using your white glues, you usually get right up to the edge. But with Fabri-Tac, if you do that, it'll squeeze out. And it dries clear, but it dries shiny, you know. If you're like me, it's like, oh, I don't want that to happen. Okay. So let's see here. If we put it like so, because see, they don't match up. My punch doesn't match up with theirs. And like I said, the easiest way would be if you had a nesting die. Okay. And you know I'm going to rock and roll now. I'm an R&B girl myself, but here you go. I'm rolling. Maybe not rocking, but I'm rolling. It squishes it all over the place under there. So I did that. And we've got our little teeny tiny here. Let's see. Let's get another one. And this is from paper. It was a cute little paper pad. They had it in the turquoise, and they also had it in, if I go there, will that work? Yeah, they also had it in red. Do you remember them? Let's see, if I put it like that and like that. Let's do one more to see if we like that. See, that's double-sided. Do y'all remember these? Okay. I'm going to do one more to see if I want it over here or not. I might not. But you don't know until you do it, right? I can always use it on something else. Okay, do we like that? Not, no, because it'll go over if I try to. No, I'll leave that be. Or, we might do something else, y'all, with that. Okay. Let's recycle that little tiny piece. Put that over there. This over here. All right. So what I do with these, let me see if I have a nice turquoisey Tombow marker. Ta-da! Now, I don't know if y'all can see because it's so little. I'm going to try to hold it and do it. Normally my head would be right over the desk because of my vision problems, but let's do like this to show you that, you know, you do your shading when you draw a bow. Do y'all do that? Okay. And then you can go here and here. And then you can also go up like this and up like that. Okay. And normally I put something in the center of that, so it'll look like that. Okay. Does that make sense, y'all? Are y'all reading any good books this summer? Have you ever had a book that you invested reading 100 pages in it and you just could not relate at all to any of the characters? I mean, normally they give you one, you know, that you can relate to. But I was just like, no, no, no. I'm going to go ahead and donate it. I'm like, nah. Handsome will finish it no matter what. But for me, no. If I'm not going to invest my time in a book that I cannot, that I'm just, it puts me to sleep, y'all. It's a good sedative. I'll get it, because I don't want to be mean to the author, so I'm not going to say what it is, but it's just like, ugh, yuck. Now with this one, this little one, let's do our art glitter glue with this one. So, anywho, but I have read some great books, beginnings, I mean, really good. I've had one that made me cry over and over and over again. And the author was a gentleman who did his research. I can tell you that. He did such a great job on this story. It just, oh. And those are the ones you don't want to go to sleep, because they're so good. You're like, just one more page, right? One more page. I always did that with Stephen King books. I can't, if it's too scary, I can't do a Stephen King, but his books, one of them, Carrie, was the best medicine I've ever had. I think I told y'all about that, the gum surgery, and the medication, which was some pretty strong pain medication, wasn't helping me at all. And I looked at Handsome, my husband, and I said, help, I'm in a lot of pain. And he went up to the bookcase. I was lying on the sofa, and he went up to the bookcase, and he saw Carrie, and he knew, because of my faith and my beliefs, that I might find this interesting. And seriously, it took me, Stephen King took me so out of my body that I didn't feel the pain while I was reading. How cool is that? Now that's pretty cool. Now, I'm going to do our centers last. Okay, so here's what I found in that little ephemera. How cute, an ephemera that I showed you. How precious. How cute is that? And even though we have a bow here, what about a bow there too? Should we or shouldn't we? Because you'd go boom, boom, boom. And instead of doing the marks like that, just leave it. Do you know what I mean? Because that's pretty basic, the design. And just leave it alone. Now, for our centers. Okay. I did pull these. And, of course, this is from Dollar Tree. And, you know, most people use it all together. You know. But as you can see down here, I take the little teeny, because I work with small so much and tiny things, that I get these to use, these little ones. And then they have these teeny tiny flowers. Can you see? Hopefully you can see that. And then I was like, but what if it would be cute to do red to bring out the cherry? So I went hunting. Most of my red is big, but there's a little one There's a little one, and there's a little one. So maybe. So let's see. And these I got, oh boy, this is Forever in Time. I have no idea. I've had them for so long. As you can see, many missing. Okay, let's see what we get with that. Oh, that's cute. And that does bring your eyes to the cherries. And then, let's see. I already took one of these off of there. And then there's the little pink. Uh-oh, it's sticking to me. There's the little pink flower. Let's go ahead and take one of these off so we can see which one we like the best. Do we think it's cuter with the little red with a cherry center? Or is it cuter with that little pink flower? Hopefully you can see that. I hope. What do you think? Do we like it? Which one? This is what's hilarious. Have you ever seen a live where they're creating something and they ask, Judy from my scrapbook loft used to do it all the time, what do y'all think? And I would say, go with the black or whatever, or the pink or the red, or because she loved red, or go with this. And everybody else, but no, go with that. No, go with this. No, go with It'd be fascinating. If you've got a chance, if you don't, that's fine. I know everybody's busy. Especially now, because back to school stuff, everybody's getting what's on the list, you know what I mean? But if you've got a chance, tell me if you, in your head, were saying, go with the red for the cherry, or go with that cute little pink flower to pull up the pink in the background. It's also the same pink in the highlighting of the ice cream. Let's do both, you know what I mean? Let's do two, you know what I mean? So we get a different view, because I can always use them. And I make it hard for myself to get this piece out. Y'all do that because it wants to, this stuff wants to stick. I can always use these. On something else. Okay, there's the two pink flowers. Oh, that is awful sweet, isn't it? Super sweet. That's going to be hard to beat. And then our cherries, we've got this one. And this one. Well, if I can get it in the center. Oh, that's cute too, though. Oh, boy. Because it really does bring your eye to that cherry in the center of the bow. What do you think? I don't know. Part of me, even though I love the idea that that's bringing my eye to that, part of me just think that these little flowers are precious. I don't know. I'm going with them. Let me know, like I said, if you got a chance, let me know. Say, no, I like the red. Corn, I didn't like what you picked. And that's okay. I put those back in case you're wondering. I know we're supposed to, you know, when we do craft with me, we're not supposed to put anything back, but I don't know. That's just who I am. Okay. So I'm going to put those on later, because what I do is I get out my, the glue I use for that is, uh-oh, it's not right in front of me. I didn't put it back on the desk. This is the cleanest my desk has been in months, and I do mean months. It was driving me cuckoo crazy, so that's why. But yeah, I will put those on permanently later, okay? Because, what, gym tack, that's what it is, gym tack. It's not even on my desk right now, so I'd have to go hunting for it anyway. So let's do, I'm going to put this on some foam tape. I've been using the foam tape from Dollar Tree, because it's not too high and not too low. You know when they give you the 3-pack? So let's put this over here. Let's put this here. Uh-oh. Oh, wait a hodie. Oh my, I didn't know this. Look, you see that? I thought it was just a piece of, it's a sticker, y'all. See it? I didn't know that. But it's going to make my tape stick even nicer. Okay. Maybe I should do the more narrow one. What do y'all think? That one? Okay. Yeah. And then maybe to there. Y'all are going to see some people would just do the one in the middle and that's good enough. I'm kind of weird when it comes to that because I want, let's go to there, because I want everything. Now this will be in the box, or it's either going to be in a padded envelope or a box with the giveaway stuff. But when I send it through the mail, sometimes going through those machines and stuff, it'll, even something like this, since it's not covered, the foam isn't behind that, it'll bend down or whatever going through that stuff. And I get all upset over that. I'm serious. I'm like, no. So I have a tendency to do stuff like this. Even on the side of that ice cream. It's just, I guess we all want it the way we want it, don't we? Okay. And normally I would put something at the little cherry stem, but I'd have to go and have this. And since it's curving, I think it would be a pain in the caboose. And since it's, like I said, it should be protected with all that other stuff this time. You know what I mean? You like me, if you're sending someone a card or what have you, you want it to be just so. You want it to arrive nicely. And I think I've told you all before, I had a person actually send pictures in an email of a card that I had sent her and her daughter, and it was in two. And it didn't travel that far either, and it was almost completely in two. I don't know what happened at that post office, but something happened. And another thing I do is I add glue to these as well, just little dots, you know, because I just really want everything to get where it's supposed to go, and I want everything to be nice and safe. So okay, so we're up here and here and here. I'll write a Rooney, and then we're going to put our little, oh, let's go ahead and do it. I'm sure this is too long anyway. And a lot of y'all don't stay with me. That's fine. But those who you have stayed, thank you. That's sweet of you. So some people are just like me. Sometimes I just put, oh, do I want that there? Yes. Sometimes I just, I'm working on something, but I have you in the background. And every once in a while I'll look up, and sometimes I can't write a comment, but I give you a thumbs up. You know? That happens. That happens quite a bit, actually. And I might go ahead and put a center in that one. Don't know yet. But I do have some of my gem tack in a smaller container, so let's go ahead and do those too. And you'll see how bad my eyesight is trying to get that pin in there. It's like, uh-oh. So we'll put a little dab there and a little dab here. Ta-da! And then I'll put this flower like this so that it can go over the way I want it to. And then we'll put this flower like that. Oopsie, you. Stop twirling on the glue. Yeah, I know. I've been told working with little things, doesn't that drive you crazy, Corn? I do it while I still can, visually speaking. Because there's going to come a time I don't think I'll be able to. And I just want to make sure y'all getting this super close to me to make sure it's where I want it before I leave them alone. Does that go up? It goes up just a little bit, not that much. Okay. So that's what we came up with. And I might end up putting a red one there. Do you know what I mean? Let's look and see. Do we think that's cute to do the red one in this? Oopsie. To do the red one in the center here. Is that cute? See, and it makes it different from these. That's what I'll do. And I want to thank you all so much for joining me. Oh, wait. Oops, real quick. I'm going to put the brakes on myself here. Hold on a second, y'all. I wanted to show you. Hold on to it. Let me put this back for a second. Where'd I put it? Here. I did make an envelope to go with it. And the winner will be getting some of this paper as well. And I haven't glued all that. Well, y'all probably have this. If you're new to paper crafting, then you don't. This is the We Are Memory Keepers envelope punch board, and this is going to be a little bit bigger than the card because the exact dimensions weren't on here, but that's going to be the envelope that goes with this. Okay. Now, and I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. And I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Bye-bye, everybody. Take good care.